So I went on the 21 days challenge, and I figured out the perfect way to do this without stress. So everything I've learned in the 21 days, that's what I'm going to be sharing in this video. So trust me, I've been where you are. I've been there. And I believe if you clicked on this video, it's because you also struggle with the same thing I struggled with and you want to conquer that. So let's get right into it. So point number 1 is make up your mind that you're going to do this and nothing is going to stop you. No matter how tired you are, like let's say it's even 1 a.m. and you've had the longest day of your life, just make up your mind that you're going to do this, because the next morning when you wake up, you will be happy you did. Trust me. You will be so happy you did. Even if you just push yourself through and clean your kitchen at, I don't know, 3 a.m. Trust me, when you wake up by 8 a.m. or 10 a.m., whatever time you wake up the next day, and you walk into the kitchen, you will be glad you did. You will be glad you did. It's a future investment reward kind of thing. And now, number 2 on the list, first thing when you enter the kitchen to cook is to empty your dish rack of all the plates that were washed from the previous day. So empty everything, arrange everything where it should be, so that as you're washing for this new day, you have space to arrange them. You don't, because if there's nowhere to put the plates you are washed, it also affects the washing as you go process. I make the water to wash and the water to rinse. You don't have to make the water to rinse if you like to rinse out from the tap. It depends on how convenient. I don't do the water to rinse every single day, but as often as I can, I do, because it's actually faster to just dunk whatever you're rinsing after washing into the water and take it out than running it under the tap and then the water is doing all the work. Do you get? So yeah, make your washing water and then make your rinsing water. And then I also make what I call the sanitizing water. So this water is I just get a big enough bucket that I have my napkin with a bit of dishwashing liquid and bleach. As you make a stain or spill, you just have something to wipe it off with. So you just take that duster, rinse it in there and wipe. Your washing water and your rinsing water, you have to change, of course, as it gets dirty, right? Because you don't want to be using dirty water or dirty stuff to clean. Yeah, that doesn't work. If you have a dishwasher, of course, you don't need to do this whole washing water and rinsing water. You could just, I don't know, I've used the dishwasher before in culinary school, but not in my own house. So I can't really advise on that, but I just know you don't need to make washing water and rinsing water if you have a dishwasher. Just put your dishes in the dishwasher. I know you have to rinse off the stains first and then put it in the dishwasher. Now on to the next point, which is wash as you go. So wash and wipe as you go. This is the major thing. So as you're using this bowl, you're using this fork, you're using this whisk, you're using this frying pan, make sure you're washing as you're going. Why? Because if you leave it to pile up, you're going to have so much work to do at the end of your cooking. So you want to just wash, even if it's just 2 cups that are in the sink, wash it. So make sure you wash as you go. And also if there's any pots or any, like let's say you did a stir fry or you did jollof rice and it's stuck to the pot, just make sure you soak it as soon as you're done with the pot, as soon as it comes off the heat. It's easier to clean off stains immediately. So if something pours on your table right now, let's say you're frying something and then it splashes everywhere, clean it as soon as you're done with that frying. Just get your sanitizing napkin and wipe it immediately so that it doesn't dry off and then you start using a sponge to scrape it off later. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, this one really was a struggle for me because it just was. So keep all the multitasking within the kitchen area. What I mean is, let's say you're cooking and then you put something like rice on the fire or beans that takes long to cook. That's not the time to remember that, oh, I have to put clothes in the washing machine, or oh, I have to, I don't know, fold the clothes, or oh, I have to arrange the pillows in the sitting room. No. Keep all the multitasking within the kitchen area. So what I mean is, as you're cooking and then you have some free time, that free time is the time that you need to quickly wash the plates, clean the table, or put the spices back where you took them from, or put anything, just arrange, just do the multitasking for the kitchen for that point in time. It saves you a lot of stress later, so much. Next up is, also goes with the multitasking points. This one, my mom used to say like 1,000 times a day. Put everything back where you took them from. Put everything back where you took them from. Yeah, this is very important. Put every item back where you took them from. So if you used your mayonnaise, put it back in the fridge as soon as you're done. Put everything back where you took them from, like as soon as you're done. So you just got this jar out of the fridge, took out your peanut butter, put it on your bread. Don't leave it on the table. Put it back in the fridge. Trust me. I know it seems obvious, but it's actually something that we forget, that happens a lot. It just doesn't occur to you, like, I'll put it back later. Just put your bread in your mouth and you're off. Yeah. And then next, okay, this is very important. Have a workstation. So my kitchen is very big. It's bigger than most people's bedrooms. It's pretty big. So if I can do this, you can too. I just wanted to stop to say that. If I could challenge myself and do this, you definitely can do it as well. So have a workstation. So just get a corner of the kitchen that you're most comfortable in. So mine is by the window. I'm going to show that in this video. So mine is by the window. I just got this small space on the table by the window. So that's where I do all the prep that needs to be done. I cut everything. Of course, the prep that needs to be done by the sink, like cleaning of chicken, cleaning of all those ones, are done by the sink. But every other prep, like chopping and so on and so forth, I do it in this workstation. So just get yourself a corner of the kitchen. And no matter how tempted you are to do something wherever there's space, don't fall for it. So just stick to your workstation. So once you're done doing whatever it is you're doing on the workstation, let's say you finish chopping vegetables for a salad, clean off that workspace so that you can use it for the next. So the reason why this is important is that it's easier to stay organized when you're confined to a space. What do I mean? Okay, so if you just work in any space that's available, you would use the space, leave it untidy. Use another space, leave it untidy as well. And then use the next space and leave it untidy as well. Before you know it, everywhere is a disaster. So that's why it's very important to just stick to one area so that you clean it as you need to, as you work in the kitchen. Next point is, keep a small bowl close to your workstation, a small bowl or a paper bag or something on the workstation. I like to keep it right on top of my chopping board or right beside my chopping board. So as I'm removing the dirt from anything that I'm prepping, I just put it straight in the bag and I'm in the bowl. And when I'm done, I throw it into the main trash bag. Do you get? So I have a bowl by the workstation, by the table, and then I have another bowl by the sink. So that's where I put all the dirt from the protein that I'm cleaning or whatever, or the dishes that I'm washing. I put that in that bowl and then throw it in the trash when I'm done. So let's say I'm cutting potatoes, peeling potatoes. So I peel the dirt, the skin from the potatoes into that bowl. And then when I'm done, I just toss it in the main dustbin. That really helps to save a lot of stress as you go. Next one is remove distractions. This one is actually very hard. This one is really very hard, but it's very important to remove distractions. My major distraction is my phone, and I'm sure that's going to be the distraction for a lot of people as well. So try as much as possible not to use your phone, except you're doing something important. You can think, okay, now this rice is cooking, so I'm just going to quickly. You might not even decide, like it just happens. Just pick up the phone and then you're scrolling through Instagram for the next 10 minutes or 15 minutes that the rice is cooking, when you could have cleared up the space that you just finished working on. You could have cleaned something, you could have washed something, you could have swept, you could have mopped the floor, and so on. Next point is start cooking early enough. So if you're like me, okay, for example, we work with time. So if dinner is supposed to be ready by 7, I'll start cooking by 5 so that it can be ready by 7, because I'm cleaning as I go, so it's like double the time, yeah? Depending on the time on the cook time for the dish. So if I'm cooking something simple like noodles, I can start cooking by 6 or 6:30. Don't go into the kitchen by 6:30 expecting dinner to be ready by 7 p.m. without the kitchen becoming a mess. the kitchen is going to be messy because you've rushed through the cooking and you just used things and you did not have time to spare to wash or clean as you go. Do you get? So better to just take it slow and clean as you go and come early to cook if you can. If you can't, we understand. This life is in the hands of the Lord. And next is listen to something as you're working. This helped me and it also helps me grow. So I like to listen to music or a message or a YouTube video. So you can use headphones or you can just use a Bluetooth speaker depending on how convenient. I prefer headphones because it just keeps me focused on what I'm doing. So I prefer to use headphones. So listen to something as you work. It helps with concentration, it helps with time pass by in an enjoyable way. For the major cleaning of the night, this is the order that works best. First step is to wash the dishes. For the major cleaning of the night. So first step is to wash all the dishes. After washing the dishes, you use your sanitizing towel or napkin, wipe round the kitchen. So what works is do it in either clockwise or anti-clockwise manner. So start from one side of the kitchen and work your way round. Don't like start from here, then go to that side and then go to the side. No. So just start from one side and work your way around. So that way you just clean everything as you go. Clean all the equipment that you've used for the day, clean the freezer, clean everything and just work your way around and back to the sink. So I like to start from my sink. So I start from the left side of the sink, go all the way around to the kitchen and then end on the right side of the sink. And then clean the inside of the sink as well. And then after that, the next is to sweep and mop. So after that is done, just take out the trash, sweep the floor, mop the floor and close the kitchen and you're done for the day. So you start the next morning with a spotless kitchen. If this is something that really bothers you, like it bothered me, ask God for help. Ask Him for the strength, ask Him for the grace, and ask Him just to help you. He will. He definitely will. All right, that's it. I am so sure that this was very helpful to you. And if you try this out, or if you decide to go on a 21 days challenge as well, a 3-day challenge, I mean, nothing is too small, even a 1-day challenge, let me know. Please come back and leave a message for me. Or just tell me about it in the description. I will be so happy to hear from you and let me know how it goes for you as well.